He looked like a big sucker.
Lay the hammer down on this moose.
Time to get fierce, baby!
Fierce Firearms presents The Fierce Life. Brought to you by Jack Link's Beef Snacks. Feed your wild side. Swarovski Optics. See the unseen. Cryptek. Battlefield to backcountry. Fierce Firearms. Ferocious performance. Deadly accurate. Barnes Bullets. Optimized for your target. Sportsman's Warehouse. America's premier outfitter. Cutaback. More deer. Fewer blanks. Rizzini USA. Sporting and Field over-under shotguns for the discriminating shooter. Limb Saver. Tally Manufacturing. Premium scope mounting solutions. HuntingIllustrated.com. The voice of the hardcore hunter.
Well, Gage here has finally drawn a Utah limited entry tag. It's one of the first for the Mogles in quite some time. What do you got this year, Gage?
Well, we just always wanted to kill a bear, and so when I was down in Kanab playing baseball to start off the season, my dad came up to me after one of the games and gave me the, "Oh, you lucky bugger, you drew a bear tag." So from there on out, I kind of had the jitters and just kind of been waiting for the snow to melt off so we could get up here and start chasing the bears.
So it's we're a few days before the hunt. We've just started baiting, and we're going to go up and check some of the trail cams in one of the bait areas that we've been and see what's hitting. You've got a few bears just in the past couple days hitting, huh?
We're not quite sure. It's kind of hard. We got a lot of pictures at night, so you can't really get a good judgment on what you have. So hopefully we got a couple daytime pictures and we'll be able to get a little better look.
You know, I took Gage on his first black bear hunt when he was about 8 years old, maybe 7. How old were you, do you remember? 7 or 8 out in Washington, and he missed a big old black bear, and ever since then I think he's wanted revenge. So hopefully this is the year. Let's go up and check some trail cams and see if there's anything coming in.
Cross your fingers. This little pink bag here, you got the secret ingredient. I'll show you when you get down there.
Gage has got his irresistible bear bait, the Gage snack, just mixed up.
Hey, why don't you go back to the office? Well, you can see down there, the bait's been hit. There's not much left. It's only been there for a day, so that's a good sign. You can see the blind right there that must not be affecting them, so.
They're already used to the blind, so a couple days. Now we just got to figure out how to get them to come in the daytime. Got brewing here, bud?
Well, I kind of got a little tip from a local guy that hunts bear pretty often up here, and he says if you go get you a little cooker and you light it up and cook some honey and mix it with a little jello powder, it really smokes and gets the scent up in the air, and the bears love it. So
old Pooh Bear can't resist the honey, huh?
No.
Oh boy.
One batch done.
You got the smoke out.
Yep.
You've got the marshmallow stuff, which I'm gonna have a little taste of because I love this stuff. It's delicious. I don't think the bears need this stuff. And then we're gonna dump your bait out. What are you using for bait? Look at this. Look at this marshmallow. It's just wanting to come out. It's Jeez, look at that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Save that for us. Now what, we got the bear bait here. You know, bear bait can be hard to do. I mean, you got to put out a lot of bait. And what we found is we got with one of our local bakeries that has a lot of day-old bread and donuts and different things. And man, they just pretty much gave it to us. So that made putting out bear bait real cheap. They love this bread. And we got some sweet bread in there, a few donuts, cookies. I mean, that's what we're putting out every day, and you saw what was left. So we've got, I think 4 or 5 bears hitting this bait. So it's an active area for sure. The bear whisperer, he's just stumped right now. He doesn't know what else to do. If we should just sit here and look at the bait or back on out of here and go get some work done today. What do you think? He doesn't know. Gage, look at the camera and tell me what's next, bud.
Well, I'll clean up dipshit's mess he made there.
Call me a dipshiz. What do you mean, Nash?
Get
What are you gonna do?
Gonna wait till he moved all the logs.
I dumped too much bait out. Well, why did he bring all that bait if he wasn't gonna dump it out? I don't know. Can't read these kids' mind.
I remember when I was in Washington, a little Indian guide would take a line of bottle and spray it up in the trees, and there was a smell. I can still smell it, and it smells. It's called like anise. It's anise cooking oil or something, and some black cherry Shasta. We got in here.
Oh yeah, that's the real secret sauce right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well this bait's ready. Let's hope something comes in and hits. Big old bear. And then let's really hope he comes in on opening morning.
This segment of The Fierce Life is brought to you by Fierce Firearms. Ferocious performance, deadly accurate.
Well, hey, it's opening day of Gage's bear hunt here, and he's got a couple bait stations out. And what have you been seeing so far on your cutty back cameras, Gage?
Well, lately we've just had a lot of pictures at night, and nothing really hitting in the daytime until 2 days ago. We had a boar come in and start hitting about 3 o'clock the last 2 days, so been hitting it hot and heavy. So
been hitting right in the day. Matter of fact, let's look at these pics you got. Okay, so the last couple days you've been catching this bear. He's been coming in right around 3 o'clock, and he's a big old. What do you think of him, Gage?
I think he's definitely gonna hit the dirt if he comes in.
He's a great color-faced bear, which is my favorite. I mean, I've killed a few jet black bears, but man, to kill a black bear that's got a brown cinnamon coat to it is awesome. So if this bear comes in, what do you think? So what, you're gonna be shooting it today with a bow?
Yep.
Trying to take him with the old flipper stick. So where's your setup, 20 yards?
Yeah, it's about 20 yards out of a tree stand.
We'll take a look at it. We'll go down the bait here and see if he hit again yesterday, and restock this bait. And then Garrett behind the camera and Gage are gonna crawl up in the tree stand and sit for a while. So let's go check it out.
Let's do it. We get up in there, and we'd had a lot of bears hitting this bait site, and we actually had one big bear in particular. Not as many bears as we'd had on our other bait sites, but there was this one bear that we kind of wanted to sit down and try and kill. Hasn't hit it yet, so that's a good sign.
When did you bait last?
Yesterday.
What time?
About noon.
Okay.
1. Should be coming in.
Looks like a good sign to me. Hasn't hit it yet.
He hasn't hit it, so I mean, he didn't come in this morning and hit it, which if that happens, most likely he's not going to come in this afternoon, so that's hopefully good. Hopefully he's going to be so hungry he's going to come in here this afternoon. These boys will pick him.
shoot that marshmallow jar to see what my drop is out of this tree real quick. Whoa, I think she's gonna bite the dust.
The bears didn't really show up till about 6, 7 o'clock, and we were in the tree probably 4 o'clock, ready to roll, and nothing really that first night. Kind of sat there a long time, didn't see much. A lot of squirrels came in, stole some bread, but other than that, didn't have much action.
Well, day 2. Last night didn't go so hot. Sat in the blind for about 6 hours and didn't see crap. But we're in here at a new spot. We got a word from one of the local guys that he just killed a bear in here last night. Said that there's one coming in regularly that he said we could try and put down if we wanted. So we're gonna go give it a shot.
Let's go see what happens. Let's get down here.
This segment of The Fierce Life is brought to you by Cryptek, Battlefield to Backcountry.
After day 2, we'd sat in that same blind that we'd sat in opening morning, and once again, no luck. So we decided to switch out baits and head over to our second bait that we got a tip from a local bear hunter, and he said that this bait site's quite a popular bait site. He's had a lot of bears sitting there in the past, and it's killed quite a few bears there too as well. So we decided to go give it a shot.
Came in 8 minutes after we left last night. Well, we just came back into the sand. We sat out last night, and sure enough, about 15 minutes after we left, the bear came in. So we're in a hurry and let out some smoke. We're rebait and get the stand, and hopefully we'll set that extra 15 minutes and get it done tonight. Cross your fingers. We were in here yesterday, and he was in here the day before. So he's here, just gotta get him to come in when we're here. How big is it? It's a big bear. Big enough for me anyways.
So that night, after we'd been sitting for about 3, 4 hours, we was just getting kind of settled in, calmed down. It was getting about prime time when bears started showing up, about 6:30, 7 o'clock. And we had a bear I just caught a glimpse of him behind the bait, kind of just flashed by, and heart starts pumping. You grab your bow off the hook, and you nock an arrow, knock your release. And I kind of got the jitters, drew a little early, and he was still behind the bait, and you could just see the top of his head. He's kind of just wandering back and forth behind the bait, and he kept grabbing food and kind of skirting the outsides of the bait. He knew something was up, and he just kind of slipped out with no shot. And so the bear came in. He did everything he was supposed to besides commit. The bear, it's a beautiful bear, kind of a reddish cinnamon bear. I'd have been more than happy to take this bear, but as you can see, he kind of just skirted the edge of the bait and really never presented a clean shot, so we had to let him walk.
Trail Cam Image of the Week, presented by Cuddyback. Congratulations to this week's Cuddyback camera winner. Check out the Fierce Life Facebook page for the Trail Cam Image of the Week contest, sponsored by Cuddyback. More deer, fewer blanks.
So day 9 comes around and we bears had kind of started slowing down, not hitting the baits as common and as consistent as they were. A lot of the bears kind of turned nocturnal, so we had to make the opt to pull one of our baits and move bait sites, because with the tag I have, the summer bear tag, you're not allowed to use dogs, so you cannot run the dogs off your bait site, so you need your bears coming in the daylight to present you with a shot during legal hours. So we moved bait sites, and after about 2 or 3 days, sure enough, we have bears on the camera. So we rebaited everything and got ready and got back up in the tree to sit for that evening. Can't move much. You're very limited to your movement, and kind of gets tiring. And as the light started to fade, the hope started to fade with them, and sure enough, about 2.5 hours before dark, we heard some sticks crackling down below the bait site and some grunts, and we just caught a glimpse of a bear right behind the bait, and so we all kind of sat up and got ready, and sure enough, the first bear comes around the stack of logs to the bait pile, and it didn't stay more than 5 seconds, and then another bear showed up. After 9 days of hunting, as this bear was coming down the trail, I could tell that it was the biggest bear that I'd seen yet.
There's your arrow in the log, dude, covered in blood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
nice, Gage. Heck yeah.
Dude, look at the melon on that head on that thing. Dead, dead, dead.
Pick his head up.
Look at your foot on that thing. Look at that bear. I just killed a giant bear. Oh my god. Dude, I heart punched him.
Oh, you did, XD.
He's done.
Oh my gosh, dude, thanks.
Yeah, you bet, dude.
Thanks so
You
much,
bet.
dude.
That's sweet, man.
Well, I was lucky enough to draw a summer bear tag around here at home, local tag. And I've put in a lot of time driving up, baiting, checking baits, sitting baits. And today we decided to give old Clint a call and see if he'd come sit with us, and because he's got some luck. And As you can see, we killed a giant. Been sitting since 3 o'clock, and this one came in about 8:30, and we gave him the old flipper stick, and he didn't go 10 yards. So just say I'm stoked. Killed a giant bear. Couldn't be more happy.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of The Fierce Life. Please join us again next week for more exciting action.